Welcome back to Kick and Crochet. Today I'm going to show you how to do the bobble stitch. Now the bobble stitch is also sometimes called the popcorn stitch, but the popcorn stitch is a different thing. So bobbles and popcorns are not synonymous, even though I think I myself in one of my first early patterns called a bobble popcorn. And you know what, I just don't really like making popcorns, but I like making bobbles. So I'm going to show you how to make this. Okay, I'm just going to work along the edge of this panel that I've already made, just so I don't have to make a foundation row. Alright, so you can make bobbles into a lot of different things. So this base fabric is just single crochet, so I'm just doing a couple single crochets to get kind of into the project here. Now to make a bobble stitch, I'm doing a double crochet bobble, and you can do bobbles with many different stitches, but for this example I'm doing a double crochet bobble. So you're going to yarn over, insert your hook, and I'm going to do the first part of the double crochet, yarn over and pull through 2, but I'm not going to finish it. I'm going to do that same thing in the same stitch. Yarn over and pull through 2. So now I've partially finished 2 double crochets, and I'm going to do one more. Yarn over and pull through 2. So now I have 3 partially finished double crochets worked into the same stitch. Now I will yarn over and pull through all 4 loops on my hook. Now the thing about bobbles is that they're actually going to show up best on the back of your work. You can pop them through to the front, but I think they just look best on the back. So you should work these on the wrong side if you want them to show up on the front. So all of these bobbles for this H I worked on the back side. Alright, so I'll show you that one more time. Do a few single crochets. And then we'll do another bobble stitch. So, since I'm doing a double crochet bobble, I'm going to do a yarn over, insert my hook in the stitch, yarn over and draw through a loop. Now I'll yarn over and pull through 2, and stop there. Now I'll do the same thing in the same stitch, pull through 2 and stop, same thing in the same stitch, pull through 2 and stop. Now I'll finish the stitch by doing a yarn over and pulling through all the loops. Now your pattern, if you're working with a pattern, will tell you how many stitches to work. So and whether it's double crochet or what. And also, I was working this into a single crochet background, but I could actually be doing double crochets here and that would be fine and it would still bobble. It wouldn't stick out quite as much. So here's double crochet, I'm doing a 3 double crochet bobble. And then finish it. So here you see it doesn't really stick out as much on the back as it does when I did the single crochet. Hold on, let me do a couple more double crochets so you can see that better. So here on the back, these ones I did with single crochets next to them, and this one I did with double crochets next to it. So you can hardly even notice that it's sticking out. So here's my general rule, is that whatever size stitch you're doing, you make your bobble with a stitch 1 taller. So if I'm doing single crochet, I'm going to do my bobble with double crochet. If I'm doing double crochet, I'm going to do it with triple crochet. If I'm doing triple crochet, I'm going to do it with extended triple crochet or a quadruple crochet. I just like to do it with a stitch 1 taller than whatever my base stitch is. Also, if you want it to be extra poofy, you can increase the size stitch you're using. So if I wanted this to stick out more, I could do it with a triple crochet instead of a double crochet and it would poof more. Also, you can do it with more stitches. So these ones are worked with 3 double crochets in the same stitch. You can do more, you can do 4 or 5 or however many you want. So experiment with this a little bit, but that is the basics of how to do a bobble stitch. They're fun, you can draw lots of different designs with them, and they are much easier than you might think. So this H I'm going to say today is for happy crocheting. Oh, and I forgot to say, if you wanted to make a line of bobbles like this actually is worked every other row. So there's a row of regular single crochet here in between the bobbles, because if you remember, the bobbles pop out on the back side. So every time I'm working along the back, I make a bobble, and every time I'm working along the front, I just do regular single crochet. These here, bobbles every 2 stitches, not every stitch, because otherwise they just smash together because they take up more space than a regular stitch. So that's just a tip if you're designing a bubble project.